Alright, this is Brian here from You're Digging at Metal Detecting. I just came in from a nice hike in the woods with my son. Everything's frozen. We're in January here in Syracuse, New York. We had 18 inches of snow last Saturday. So I'm going to try something a little different here. We're going to just highlight some of the finds we have to get us through the winter, keep some videos coming. And I have ideas of doing different videos about buttons, rings, different categories of things I found. But today we're going to talk about and highlight and show some of the toy guns that I found. What I do is when I come home with finds, I have a shelf down in my basement with different mason jars that I throw things in, like tokens, pocket knives, spoons, different categories, and I keep them all together on a shelf. So just dragged out my guns. Right here is a Cowpoke Jr. This is one of the most complete guns that I've found. They're always in really ragged condition, but I love finding them because I grew up in the 60s, early 70s, and this is the kind of toys that we played with. I remember me and my brother running around the house, playing cap guns, having little battles all the time. And there's one, just a piece with a trigger. It's got some nice fancy on it. I love that. So very seldom do I find a complete cap gun. I'm always finding corroded pieces. There's just a plastic handle that I spotted, eyeballed. Here's a piece that says Ranger on it. There's a Gene Autry. But as time goes with metal detecting, as you know, first you might be out and find a trigger, and then you find another piece, and you build it all together, and you can make like a cool display. Once you have all the different parts, they add up over time. Here's my cat. Hi, Scooter. You wanted to say hi? This one here I found last year in the river, and it looks like the handle over time and sun and elements is like shrunk up where it doesn't even fit the metal frame anymore. And that one had some writing on it too, but I was never able to figure out what that said, what kind of gun that was. This one here, I'm not even sure if it's a toy gun, or I was thinking maybe it was like had a pencil sharpener or something built into it. I found that in a school field. This is a Cracker Jack cannon. I love that. And there's the cast iron army man. Just like threw anything out here that was kind of related. Western. I found a metal hat here once. Looks like it was a pin. Some kind of other saddle. So you collect stuff up like this, group it together. These are all triggers. Just makes a cool display, and like I said, I'm just gonna try to highlight different parts of my collection to get myself through the winter, have something to show you guys, and talk metal detecting. So most of these parts will go back in the mason jar. The ones that fit, the bigger pieces will go out on the shelf, and hope to add to it. I put the quarter there for size comparison, but I just dug this little gun. That's cool. Not sure what it is exactly. Has some weight to it. Neat find. It's a cast iron army man. I always wanted one of those. Except he came out in pieces, and I think some of that's my doing. The poor guy's decapitated now. Still cool. I'll clean it up and see how I can piece it together somehow. I just dug my best cap gun. I have found some triggers before and other miscellaneous pieces, but this is the most complete one I've found. I really like that. That is cool. Let's see if there's any other relics I can unearth today here. This is my son Benjamin. We've been here for 5 minutes, and Benjamin dug this really cool old piece to a cap gun. Got the horse on there. Nice first dig. And my first dig, I got this old fire truck. So we're off to a great start here. And I think we found where the kids like to play, because we're about 10 feet apart here, and we got a cap gun and a fire truck. Let's keep digging. Alright, I'm out here today with the AT Max, and I just dug this. Pretty much looks like garbage, but I thought to myself, maybe this is part of a cap gun. And then I moved, that was down there a little bit, probably that hole right there, and I moved up the river here a little bit, and I think I found the toy department. This is shortly after the airplane, and do you see it? I see two pieces. Looks like I found a cap gun here in the woods right after the airplane.